Hi, San Miguel Kind of Perspective. Today we have Rummy. Rummy is a new daycare and train. Goals are kind of just get some general obedience done in the Rummy and fix some pulling and jumping. Basic stuff. So right now, Rummy's got the e-collar on. It's fitted on his left side of the neck, high up. Anywhere on the neck as high as possible, except the Adam's apple and on top of the neck, because on top of the neck is too sensitive, and then the two probes on the Adam's apple just tends to be uncomfortable. It's very fitted. You have a magnet on the collar to turn it on. So there's two red dots. You match those together, and then that turns on the collar. On the remote itself, you have a blue button to turn it on. It's already on. Right now, it's at 0. So this is the on and off button. Pager. This is your dial on top to increase and decrease the numbers. And then there's two buttons here. It's a bumpy one and there's a smooth one. We're going to be using the bumpy one for training. We don't use a pager for training. We only use it to see if the collar is on. The bumpy one is called Nick. So the difference is if I hold down Nick, it goes tap. If I hold on continuous, it goes tap until I let go. There's like a 10-second or 12-second emergency setting where it's going to turn off if you hold it longer than 10 seconds. So bumpy one, this is the first one on the right side. It's the one we're using. What else? And we'll talk about later. We'll talk about continuous and how that's used in the training later. So in this video, what we're going to be doing is just kind of finding Rummy's training or working number. Like, what is his number? So we have 3 numbers we're going to be kind of looking for or seeing. It's going to be connection, perception, working. So connection is the first thing we might see, which is letting me know that the two probes, the two contact points on the collar are touching the neck, and we all see like a twitch. So that's letting me know I have connection. But Rummy's still doing this. Still pulling me, still wanting to smell, doing his own thing. But the twitch is happening, he just doesn't care. Then we'll get to what's called perception, where Rummy might stop, look around, but then go back to sniffing. So it's like if you ever seen a bug kind of fly around Rummy's face area, and he gets a little like, what was that? Was there a bug here? What's that strange noise? That's perception. Working, which is what we want, is more of a movement of the body. It's more dramatic. Obviously not like crocodile rolling or yelping or anything like that. It's just some sort of movement where I press a button, he moves because of that. So that's showing me that he's concerned about it because he's wondering, okay, what is this feeling? I need to turn this off. I need to get rid of it now because it's starting to get annoying. For connection perception, you don't need to look for those, but we're just kind of teaching you how to identify of what you're seeing, because sometimes owners will get confused. They see the twitch, they think that's the working number, but it's actually just connection. Again, you want to see movement, and we're going to find that now. On your remote, we're at 0 right now. I'm going to go ahead and go to 5. So we're going to go in increments of 5, and between each increment, I'm giving 3 taps. So if I say tap, I press the button once. If I say tap, 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 I pressed it 3 times in that rhythm. Again, we're at 5. We're just going to go ahead and look at Rummy while I'm finding this exercise, just so you're seeing his reactions. This is 5. Okay, tap, tap, tap. Nothing. 10, tap, tap, tap. 15, tap, tap, tap. I think I see a twitch. There's 20, tap, tap, tap. 25, tap, tap, tap. 30, tap, tap, tap. 35, and if you land on 36 or 34, it's fine. This is 35, tap, tap, tap. 40, tap, tap, tap. 45, tap, tap, tap. 50, tap, tap, tap. 55, tap, tap, tap. 60, tap, tap, tap. 65, tap. There we go. Good, so there, looks like a few steps were skipped. I saw a twitch here and there, didn't really see perception, and there I saw the twitch and then he immediately backed up. So that's what we got at 65. I'm gonna start low, work my way up again, try 30. Shh. Tap, tap, tap. Go to 36, tap. There we go, wait. Good. Go down to 30 again. I'll try 25. Tap. Good. That was 25 now. Good. This is 16. Tap. Good. Go lower. Come here. This is 10. Tap. 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 12. Tap. 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 So see how right now he sat and he's looking like there's a bug. That's the bug. He's not moving from the sit. I want to see if we can get him moving from the sit. This is 15. Tap. There we go. Wait a moment. Good. Tap. Tap. Good. So 15 is the working number. Now, all that is normal. It is very normal to go high, go low. It's just the first day. So here we got to 65, I think it was, something really high like that. And then we saw him just do a little twitch and move backwards. Then I go down to 30 or 40 and it was like a big yelp. Then I go down to, I forget where I went. I went down again and it was still a yelp. So now I'm at 14. Right before, it wasn't working before, but now he's responding to it better. What happened is once we reached that 65, he kind of was aware that, oh, this is here. Before he was just kind of shutting it out. He was kind of more distracted of what's going on over there. So once the dog is aware that there is this e-collar on their neck, they become sensitive to it. So that's probably what happened. He became sensitive to it. Again, it's all normal for the first lesson. If he does yelp like that and not consoling him or anything, we just keep moving forward, because if I make a big deal about it, it becomes a big deal. So connection perception working, we want the movement. Here he was sitting, just kind of moving, So right now we're in, he's here at the daycare. There's not much going on, it's pretty calm today. So here today with Enrique at the facility, 14 is Rummy's working number. I think it was at 15, but 14, 15 is the working number. Now when he goes home, maybe he goes, you go to like Oz Park or something that's more busy or more active, like in the summer. 15 might become 20 or 30. When he's playing with his friends out in like a little open area, 20 at the park might become 30, because now he's interacting with dogs, or he's in a more higher energy. So the environment plays a role into like what the working number is going to be, the day, the heat, the weather, who's on a walk with you. All these kind of factor into it. So don't think that just because I found 15 here, that his number should be 15 everywhere. So in other words, don't get married to a number. Rummy will always let you know what's too high and what's too low. So always look at Rummy for the answer. Other than that, nothing out of the ordinary. You don't want to keep repeating this process before you work with Rummy. It's better to do a stationary than do whatever activity you're going to do after that. And then you'll understand there's like a general range for certain activities. So like a regular walk around the block, maybe it's 15 to 20. When we go to the park, it's 20 to 30. So you'll start to see that certain numbers kind of change as the environment changes. What else? And that's all. Hi, it's San Miguel Canine Perspective. Today we have Rummy. In this video, we're going over the heel command. Heels walk with me, stay, sit when I stop. So if I take 5 steps with Rummy takes 5 steps. If I take 10, he takes 10. If I come to a stop, he's to automatically sit with his right shoulder parallel to my left leg. This is all done with a loose leash in any environment. And what we're going to do is we're going to shape that behavior today. We're not going to be using any words. We just want to create the behavior first and just teach him that, hey, when you feel this, it means to come to me. So we're teaching him the pressure on and the pressure off concept, that he is the one in control of the e-collar. What else? So for your leash, I like the right thumb to the loop like this. With my remote in my right hand, I'm right-handed. Now the rest of the leash is kind of hanging around on the ground like this. This is too much leash for Rummy. Rummy will end up stepping over it. So what we want to do is take up slack to create a J, and we want this J to end at Rummy's right armpit. With the rest of the slack and with your left hand, you're gonna put the leash over your pointer finger like this, because then this is another lock system we have. You're gonna relax your arms and you're gonna reel it in to about here. The reason why we want the J ending at the armpit is because if we take too much slack or we take too much leash, it's gonna look like this, and then Rummy is of course gonna walk next to you because we're not letting him move anywhere else. When we give him too much leash like so, this is gonna be a problem because Rummy's gonna continue to step over it, and it's just gonna be a constant pause and just kind of fix him. So here, this is the perfect slack here. This is the two-hand hold. If you want the one hand, you would put this loop on your right thumb, on your left thumb. So it's the loop on your left thumb, and then you have the rest of the leash over your pointing finger, so it's like a double lock in this hand. So it's just like this. You still have the J, obviously, and then the remote is just in your right hand. I'm gonna go ahead and just do the two-hand hold. So this is how you're gonna be set up, and we're just gonna go ahead and get into it. So when I walk forward with Rummy, Rummy is probably gonna pass me. So anytime or every time Rummy's right shoulder passes my left leg, what you're gonna do, this is forever, you're gonna do an immediate 180 to your right, the opposite way. So throughout the exercise, you're gonna find that I'm just kind of going back and forth here on the floor. And so again, doing an immediate 180 to my right, and you're gonna see how I'm turning. And then with that turn, because he's passing me, I'm gonna also be tapping. So if I'm Rummy and I'm walking and then I pass up Enrique, I turn, but I get this feeling. I see Enrique's going that way, I catch up, the feeling goes away, so I'm learning, okay, every time when I'm with Enrique walking by his side, the pressure goes away. But anytime I pass him, pressure turns on. So the turn is important because we are redirecting him. So when we turn and we're tapping, it's correcting him, but then again, we're redirecting him to come back to us. That's like the main thing we're gonna be doing. If Rummy goes to my right side, I'm gonna continue moving forward, give gentle pressure to my left, and then tap as well. So it's when he goes behind me to my right side, I pull back to my left and tap. If he passes me and then goes to my right side, then there should be a turn and tap. Let's say Rummy is not a fan of this, which is also normal. So it's a disciplinary tool, so it gets uncomfortable for dogs, stressful. And maybe he resists or puts the brakes on and doesn't want to move. I continue moving, and then the e-card will go off there as well to kind of continue the movement and kind of give him a motivation to kind of move forward. What else? We're at 14. We're going to dip down to 10, just because there's been some time we found that working number in the last video. So I'm going to go ahead and start walking from Rummy. And again, anytime he passes me, I'm going to do an immediate 180 to my right. So here, I'm just going to start right now. I'm going to walk forward with him. Good. And now he goes to my right side, so I'm going to pull, tap, tap, tap. Good boy. And turn here. Good. And then turn, tap. Good job. Turn, tap, tap. Good. Turn, tap. Good. Good. Tap. Good. I'm at 10 still. So here, turn, tap, tap. Good job. Turn, tap. Good. When this slides, fine. And then turn, tap. Good. Turn, tap, tap. Good job. Good. Tap. Good. He's got it. Good. Good job. Tap, tap, tap. Good. I bumped it up to 16. Tap, tap. Good. And then turn, tap, tap. Good. Went down at 12. Good. Turn, tap. Turn, tap, tap, tap. Good job. Slow turn, tap. Good. He turned with me, but then he stopped, so I gave him a tap just to continue him following me. slow turn. Pull to my left, tap, tap, tap. Good job. Good. Slow turn to my right. He follows me. And here, turn, tap, tap, tap. Good. Turn again, tap, 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 tap. So he's distracted over there. Oh, he's got me. With the kennels. Good. Slow turn to my right and tap, tap. Good. I'm at 14. Good. Slow turn to my right. Good. Turn, tap, tap. Good job. It's fine. Good. And then turn, tap, 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 tap. Good boy. Good. We'll turn here. Good. He follows, no taps. Good boy. Tap. Good. I'm gonna bump it to 15. That was 11. Tap. Or 16, sorry now. That was 16 there. Good. Slow turn to my right. Good. Tap. Good. Tap. Tap. Good job. Slow turn to my right. Good. No taps because he's following me. Good. Slow turn to my right. No taps. He's following me. Tap. Stops. Good job. Slow turn to my right. No taps. No taps. Good. Good boy. Good boy, Rummy. Good. Good. Tap. Good. Turn, tap, tap, tap. Good, here it comes. Good job. Good. So if I slow down, he slows down. If I speed up, he speeds up. But then if I slow down again, he slows down. And I come to a stop. Good boy. So this, tap, 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 tap. What's happening here? Oh. Good. So in the beginning, Rummy got a little flighty, kept just wanting to run away from the pressure, which is nothing out of the ordinary with any dog. Usually when any dog feels this for the first time, the first instinct is to try to get away with it, or get away from it, sorry. But Rummy was more of like, run, let's get out of here, let's get out of here, let's get out of here, I don't know what to do. But then the turning is there to give him the answer of what to do. So then as we kept turning, and tapping and playing with the number, I landed on 16 now, is when he started to realize, oh, just walk with Enrique. When I started to notice he was making progress was when I started to not tap as often, and then when I started to not turn as often, and then when I was slowing and increasing, increasing and decreasing my speed, and he started to match that, I'm like, okay, he's starting to really dial in, know what's going on. So nothing out of the ordinary so far. He's doing really good. What we're going to cover, or actually, is there anything else I should? So he tried, there were moments where he was flighty in the beginning, so I just kept turning and tapping. And then there was a moment where he went to my right side. So I kept moving, pulled to my left and tap. He did it about two more times, which wasn't a struggle to kind of keep him there. Then he had moments of just like wanting to stop, which was also not a struggle as well. I just continued moving forward, tap, and he just jumped out of that sit and walked with me, so that's really good. What else? So yeah, nothing out of the ordinary so far. This next part of the video, we're gonna go over automatic sitting. So automatic sitting is when I come to a stop, he automatically sits. He did it here. I think it's just because he's really focused on what's going on. So what I'm gonna do is do a few more laps. I'm gonna do 5 slow to stops to practice the automatic sitting. And how we're gonna teach that is, I'm gonna go ahead and give gentle leash pressure up on this collar. And it's just gentle guidance. With that tension I'm giving Rummy, I'm pairing that with the E-collar. I'm not saying sit because I want it to be automatic, because if we say sit, we're going to say heel, sit, heel, sit, heel, sit constantly, versus just saying heel, I come to a stop, he sits, and then continue moving forward without any words being said. That's all. We're going to go ahead and get this started. So I'm going to go ahead and walk forward with Rummy. And tap, tap, good. Tap. For the jumping, tap, 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 good. Tap, tap, tap. Tap. Good. Tap, tap. Tap, tap. Tap, tap. Good. I went up to 24 for that jumping. Good job. Tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap. Good. Good. And then slow to a stop right here. Tap, 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 tap. Good. I'm at 24. Tap, tap, tap. Good. Good job. Tap. And then slow to a stop. Wait a moment. Now here, good. He's happy. Good boy. We're gonna do a few more. So there he got a little jumpy with me. So the E-collar is going off there to let him know that's not gonna help you either. So I had nothing to do with it. Practice is gonna keep going on if you're jumping on me. So I kept increasing it because it wasn't retaining. He just kept jumping and jumping and jumping and jumping. So I ended up at 24 and then he kind of finally stopped. So here I'm gonna walk forward. Good, I'm gonna do a turn. Good. And I'm gonna slow to a stop. And then I'm gonna pull up and tap, tap, tap. Good. Good boy. So as soon as the butt goes down or I start to see it go down, the pressure turns off, so the tapping stops. And then since he's sitting, tap, he's giving into the leash pressure, so he's turning that off as well. Good, I'm gonna slow walk and then stop. And then pull up, tap, good. Good. Tap, good job. Tap, good boy. Yeah. We're gonna do 3 more. Tap, tap. Tap. Good. I'm just gonna turn here. Good. And then stop here. And then pull up and tap. Yes. Good boy. 2 more. Good job. We can stop right here, I think. Good. Pull up and tap. Yes. Good boy, Rummy. There you go. So fluffy. And 1 more. Tap. Good. Tap, tap. Good job. Good. Slow to a stop. And then tap. We're actually gonna do 1 more. I wanna do 1 more. Okay. Tap. Good. And slow down to a stop. And then no taps, no leash pressure. Good job. Good, so he did really well with those. Just in the beginning, he wanted to jump at me. Nothing aggressive or anything, just being needy. So then there, it's just using the remote to kind of turn the pressure on, because pressure's on if you're jumping on me. As soon as all paws are on the ground, he's just walking forward and straight, pressure turns off. The last thing we're gonna go over are his release commands. So like letting him know when he's free from walking next to me. We use the word break. Outside, it's a lot more easier visually. Here, if I want to release Rummy from this command, which is heel, we're not using words yet. What I'm going to do is say break, and then what needs to happen is a slow to a stop before the grass. So we like to keep it structured so that he's still first. Once he's sitting, I'll say break, and I'll pull him away, and then he can go pee, poop, do his doggy thing. And if I want to bring it back into like the walking command, that's talked about in like the next video. But for now, what we're going to just do is I'm going to just give it a tap. So I'm going to walk this way and give it a tap. Good. So one tap, got him to turn around and just follow me. So technically, that's the cue right now. Good. And I'm going to slow down to a stop, and then pull up and tap. Yes, good job. Good, so that was just us shaping the heel. So now all that's needed is just repetition. And once we see the behavior become more consistent, is when we're going to go ahead and start adding the words, the word heel, and do a little bit more of body language activities for Rummy. But other than that, nothing out of the ordinary. He did really well. Hi, it's Rummy Canine Perspective. Today we have Rummy. In this one we're doing over heel part 2. Heel part 2 is when we start using the word heel. And we're going to do a little bit more of body language exercises. So heel is kind of follow me. It means follow me, technically. So if I'm looking at Rummy here and I say heel, I don't expect Rummy to come to my left side, flip and sit, like in this position. That's called finish. Heel is when I say it and I start walking, he should follow. So what I'm going to do here is say heel. After you say heel, the left leg should always lead. So it's heel, left leg, heel, left leg, heel, left leg. And if he doesn't follow when I say heel and I start moving, I'm tapping. If he does follow, there are no taps. And I'm also not repeating it. I only say it once to start the walk. So just like this, heel, left leg, and a tap. Good. I'm going to slow down to a stop. Good. Heel, left leg, tap. Good. Slow to a stop. Good. Heel, left leg. Slow to a stop. And good job. Heel, left leg, tap. Slow to a stop. That's fine. Heel, left leg, tap. Slow. That stop. Good. So what I'm doing here is I'm just slowing to a stop, saying heel, moving that left leg, and then Rummy should follow. If he doesn't follow, I'm tapping. So all that's needing is just repetition of him hearing the word and then see my left leg go. If he doesn't follow, he gets a tap. So it's just keep repeating this exercise until he knows that, okay, when I hear heel, I need to follow Enrique. What else? I'm trying to think. Again, always making sure your left side is facing Rummy. So if he's on break command, and he's like, if on my right side is facing Rummy, I want to make sure just to turn heel. And if I need to go that way, I can just bring him to a heel, go forward, do a right turn, go back the other way. But that's how we use for heel. Other than that, that's all about heel. So now we're going to go over left turns and right turns. So throughout this video and the last video, I've been saying slow down to a stop, slow down to a turn, or just slowing down in general. So the reason why we want to slow down is because we like to compare it to traffic laws of driving. So when we're coming to a stop sign and we're coming up to like a stop in general for a car, we want to slow down first, then stop. Before we turn, we want to slow down before we turn, and then we turn. First reason, there's two reasons. The first one is to be fair to other drivers. So think of it as, for Rummy, the same thing. If we're walking at consistent speed for 30 minutes and then all of a sudden we just stop like this abruptly, I don't expect Rummy to stop on the dime and sit with me because he's not a robot, he's an animal. So we need to give him a signal that something is going to happen. Same thing for driving. Obviously, if we don't show our correct signals we crash. The second reason is to make sure that the others are paying attention. So if I do slow down with Rummy, I do my part correctly, but he still passes me, that's his fault. I'll do the turn and tap to correct the passing. Same thing for driving. If we are slowing down and we come to a stop, we did everything correctly, but the person behind us still crashes, that's because they're not paying attention. So we want to make sure Rummy's paying attention before we do any of these turns and or stops. So I'm going to go ahead and put him in, I'm going to say heel again, and then we're going to go over left turns. So when we're going left, we start with the right leg in the direction when we're going to turn. And we'll show you right here. So it's going to be heel, left leg. So make sure to slow down first. I see Rummy is paying attention. So it's going to be right leg, right leg. Good. Slow walk first, making sure he's paying attention. I see he's paying attention. So I'm going to go ahead and turn left, leading with the right leg, right, left, right. Good. Slow down first. Right, left, right. Okay, we're going to do 3 more. So I'll slow down first. Right, left, right. Slow down first. Right leg, right leg. Do 1 more. A tap from the catch up. Good boy. Right, left, right. So if we tried, there was a few times where I had to bump him out the way, and that's correct because you want to go through him, you don't want to go around him. So if we try to force his turn when Rummy's not paying attention, referring to him passing, I'm going to end up leading that right leg into his shoulder, and he's going to flip out. This one's going to be awkward. So I'm making sure he's paying attention, using that right leg. If Rummy's head is here, I'm going through Rummy's head. You don't want to go around him because this is teaching him the boundaries, and it's also going to stop him from, when you come to a stop, he's going to stop doing that turn on his own and then sit. So we're fixing that as well. On the sidewalk, there are cracks. So we like to have the owners use the cracks as a guide. So if I'm walking and I'm going to approach a crack, this right leg is on the crack, this left leg is on the crack, and the next right leg is going back the opposite way. What else? So those are the left turns. We're going to go over right turns now. When we're turning right, who's got Rue's remote? She keeps whining. And if I'm making a right turn, we start with the left leg. So I'm going to go ahead and show you right here. Heel, left leg. I'm going to slow first, extend the left leg, go back on the right and back on the left, and then Rummy should follow. Good boy. Good. Slow down first. Left, right, left. Slow down first. Left leg, left leg. Tap from to catch up. Good boy. Slow. Left, right, left. Slow. Left, right, left. Tap. Good. So now I'm going to do a few more turns, probably 5, and I'm going to mix them together. So I'm going to do left turns and right turns. Here's a left turn, right leg, right leg. Slow. Right, left, right. Good. Slow. Here's a right turn, leading with the left leg, going back on the right, and then back on the left the opposite way. Slow. Here's another right turn, left, right, left. Slow down. Here's a left turn, right, left, right. Good, we're gonna cap it there. Those are the turns, left turns and right turns, and then this is the full heel. It's the last part of heel. What else? So how to practice and how to kind of get set up for your walks and everything. 3 to 4 times a day, 15 to 30 minutes a walk. So dogs learn best in smaller increments. So it'll be, you collar Rummy up, you bring him out, let him potty first. Find your number, write him at 37. find your number. Once you have found your number, you can go ahead and say heel, put him in, and if he doesn't heel, continue to tap until he's here. Then you do your walk. Do 5 left turns, 5 right turns, 5 slow to stops, 15 of altogether is 15, so 5, 5, 5. Once you've done that, that's your warm-up, then you can do your actual walk. During your walk, if Rummy passes you 3 times, we have a 3-error rule. If Rummy passes you 3 times, bump at 5. He passes you 3 more times, bump at 5. 3 more times, bump at 5. 3 more times, bump at 5. And then you're gonna see that, oh, wow, he really locked in on this number. Then you would stay on that number for the next day. So the next day you find your number. If he hasn't retained it, I'm just gonna go, instead of going low to high every single day, you keep going higher and higher and higher to that same number you keep ending up on. I would just stay at that number then. Again, we don't say heel repeatedly. So if Rummy breaks heel and he keeps passing me, I don't say heel again. I just turn and tap. When I come to a stop, you don't need to say heel technically. You can just continue walking and he should follow. There's nothing wrong with saying heel every time you come to a stop, tap for the sit. Good. There's nothing wrong with you saying heel every time you come to a stop, but it's not necessary. Hi, it's Enrique with Command Perspective. Today we have Rummy, and in this video we're going to be going over the stay command. So right now Rummy's not in the command, but he started on the 280C, and there was a lot of jumps, different numbers. We were usually higher up, like 80s, 60s, so we decided to switch to the next model up, which is called the 2300 NCP. And right now I'm at 20, so this is a big difference. This gives you a lot more room for like emergencies if you need power, if he gets off the leash and you need to, you know, he's chasing a squirrel, and then, you know, I don't want you to have like only just a few 30 numbers left on your remote. And since we have more options, this would be better for you. So this is really good that this is what, you know, a 20 is his working number. So right now I'm gonna go ahead and put him in a heel. Heel. Okay, we haven't done heel in this puppy room yet. So this is good for him to kind of, I guess, get exposure. We did do a little walk. He did really good. Slow to a stop, gently pull up and tap. Right, good. Right, so I'm gonna lower it, tap. It's fine, tap. Good. Okay, now I'm at, that was 12, so I'm gonna go down to 10. He's way more sensitive to this, so this makes life easier. When we're doing like, I mean, the goal honestly isn't, let's get as low as possible, but like operating at 90 or 60, that's pretty, I don't want to say ridiculous, but it's just too high. So here what we're gonna do, right now Rummy is in a heel, so this video is gonna be covering over stay. So for stay is the general of stay in the position spot you're in, don't move. So right now people, or you know, regular dog owners would think that Rummy right now is in a sit command. That's incorrect. Rummy is actually in the heel command. That's sitting at the position, and the look of it is just the sit. So heel and sit, they're together. So the sit is in the heel, so that's what heel is. So let me try that again. So sit is in the heel. I don't say sit. This is still heel, because the last thing I said was heel. He has to sit when I come to a stop. So if I want him to stay here, I can't say sit because he's already sitting. So this is where we use the word stay. So we have the visual and the verbal. The visual is us waving the left hand in front of Rummy, and then the visual is the left hand waving in front of Rummy's face. The verbal is obviously us saying stay. So from here, what I'm going to go ahead and do is just say stay. I'm going to shorten my leash to about here, and then I'm going to use my right foot to step out in front of Rummy and face him like this. So my arm is like this because I'm going to assume Rummy's going to get up. So I'm right here, so that if he does get up, all I have to do is just pull up and then tap. So I don't want to give him that training leash like this, because then I have to go all the way up here, or if I'm just holding it one hand, I'm all the way up here, and then it's going to be more difficult for me. So I want to keep it easy right here. The reason why I step out with the right foot is because left foot has been used for heel. Right leg is for stay. So it's just to help him differentiate between the two commands. So if I said stay, I don't want to move, but then I move my left leg, and we've been drilling him out to follow the left leg, that's going to get confusing. So again, I've already said stay. I'm just going to repeat it again just so you can see. Stay, shorten my leash first, right foot steps out, and then we face Rummy like this, return to his side, good boy. And I'm going to go ahead and put him back into a heel, and come back and do another stay. Heel, left leg, good, no taps, he follows, good. I'm still at 10 by the way. Tap. much better response as well. He's not overreacting. For the moments here, for the sit, he was just, that was too high. Good. Stay, shorten my leash, step out in front of him with my right leg. I'm in an angle right now just so that the camera can see him, like that. Good. Good job. I'm gonna do one more. Heel, left leg. So new command overrides old command. So heel is just making him move again. I'm gonna do it facing this way. Good. Good job. Rummy. Stay. Right leg out, facing Rummy like this. So he's been doing good with me, just stepping out. That's just what I want to get, one step at a time, just get him used to me stepping out in front of him. Now I'm going to go ahead and start introducing movement. So I'm going to do a half circle. While I'm moving, if Rummy gets up, I stop my circle. So I stop moving. I pull up and I tap. So I want to do one step at a time. If he gets up and I'm pulling up and I'm moving at the same time and I'm tapping at the same time, it's going to get too confusing and he's going to want to follow you because it looks like heel. The last time he felt the e-collar and I was moving, it was to follow me, and we don't want that. So it's important to stop moving first, pull up, tap, let him sit first. Once he's settled, then continue your movement. Heel, left leg. Tap, tap. Good. Slow to a stop. And good boy. Stay. Good. Good. This is a half circle. Heel, left leg, tap. Tap, 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 tap. There we go. Okay. Slow to a stop. Turn, tap, tap, tap. Good. Try that again. Slow to a stop. Better. Oh, do a little scratch. We'll wait for him to be done scratching. Good. Stay. Now I'm going to do a full circle. Same thing. If he gets up, I just stop my circle and I pull up and tap. He's just been doing a great job. He's got, do a few more. Heel, left leg, tap. Good job. Tap, tap, tap. Good job. So here, I'm going to just give a tap here, see if you sit with gentle pressure. 2 taps there, good. Stay. Good. And do another circle. Backward circle. Heel. Good, tap. And do one more. Stay. Right foot out. Good. In more advanced training, when a dog's in heel and the trainer stops for the sit, good boy, and then the trainer starts at the right leg like this, the dog automatically stays behind. It sounds very fancy, it's just consistency and practicing. So when to use this command out in public in the real world, crosswalks, corners, if you get like the hand at the crosswalk of to not walk, do a quick stay, keep going circles until you see walk, and then come back to his side, heel, and you do your walk. Pottying, if he's out doing his potty break, maybe he does the number 2, you pull him back, maybe into a heel, you'll circle around, come to the poop, slow to stop, stay, right foot out, pick up the poop, come back to the side, good boy, heel. Then when you're gonna throw it away, you give yourself in the trash bin or trash can, whatever it is, some space, stay, pivot out, toss it, return to side, good boy, heel, and then you do your walk. Thresholds, so like into doorways, into outside areas. So if I'm about to cross a threshold, so here I open the door, good boy, stay, I'll pivot out, make sure that there's no one coming, coast is clear, and then heel, we do our walk. So again, stay is not really that used full in our program just because all of our other commands have implied stays with them. So he did really good with this model. I was not going up to 60 or anything. Right now I went up to 40 right here, so I think there's a little connection issue. But compared to the 280C, that's so much better. So we're gonna keep him with this one. And then, so yeah, just remembering to, you know, the visual, if he doesn't see your left hand waving in front of him, so if he's looking that way, doesn't matter, he's still hearing it, so it doesn't need to see it, but stay. Make sure you're stepping out with your right foot out, and then having your arm ready for him to break the stay. And you know, we slowly did it to the circle. So that's how we do it. No repeats or anything, just using the remote if he breaks it. He didn't break it. And try something here. Stay. Rummy, up, tap. Good. Rummy. Hi, Rummy. You're so sweet, Rummy. You're so sweet. Tap. Good. Rummy. Hi, puppy. Good. So here, break. You can kind of see that he broke it 2 times. So when that happened, I pull up and tap, wait for him to settle. I gave him more affection, gave him more verbal praise. He's like, and I got even lower, I think it was, and then he was like, okay, fine. And then up and tap. Nope, you still have to stay in the command. I told you to be in there. And then I can come to him and give him that praise. You're a good boy. Other than that, he did really good, nothing out of the ordinary. Hi, it's Enrique with Canine Perspective. Today we have Rummy. Rummy's a daycare and train. And in this video, we're going to be going over place command. We're doing Christmas pictures, so this is this is about the setups here, but Rummy will still train. Place is go to this object, sit, stand, lay down, chew on a bone. Doesn't matter. Just don't hop off. So we like to use this kind of bed here because it gives them a solid visual. So it's a solid perimeter of like what is on the bed and what is off the bed. So when it comes to objects you're using, you can use whatever you want, but as long as there's like a solid perimeter and a visual for Rummy, that works out. So even like this little blanket here, we can technically use as place because one, the texture is different from the floor, and there's a visual like the perimeter of how it's kind of like outlined. These beds are not needed, so you can, you know, if he has a bed at home, you can use that. If he's got a bed, a yoga mat, and a towel, all 3 objects you can teach place with, and because the owners like to have their bed at home, like to have a yoga mat if they want to take him somewhere, so like if like patios or like a picnic, they lay down the patio place and they stay on the blanket while they do their thing. So you can have more than one place if you like. What else? When to use it, owners like to use it like if a guest is coming over and maybe, obviously Rummy's very friendly, maybe they don't like, they're not a fan of dogs, they don't like that, you know, the jumping, or maybe they're just allergic, they don't, I mean, I think it's just for, like, it's only the jewels. But besides the point, the point is that if they don't like dogs and their Rummy is like getting all sweet with them and they're just afraid of them maybe, you can use place to kind of give your guest and Rummy separation so that it shows, you know, your guest is seeing that, oh wow, they have control over the dog, so they feel more comfortable kind of coming over. Or like if you're gonna cook dinner, you place them, cook dinner, eat, and then Rummy, break, and then you can go ahead and you know, interact with him. An owner one time, they were like, every time they'd mop the floor, their dog would go run to that wet spot, lay down, and just kind of make a mess after they mopped it. So that's when they use place. So place can be used for many things. Kind of staying here, don't move. So what we're going to do right now is just shape the behavior. We're not going to use any words. We're just going to let him know that, hey buddy, this feeling also means go to this object. So what we're going to do is we're not going to be using any words. We're at 23 right now. We're going to go ahead and go low to 12. So we're going to start low since we're teaching something new. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start tapping. And if Rummy, because sometimes if I tap, dogs will just go there. We've had that you know, happen. But I'm just going to start tapping. And then if Rummy seems confused, which he might be, is that then I'll give leash tension to the bed. Things to expect, we could see some resistance, some, you know, maybe he doesn't want to go, bucking around, or maybe he does go and then he overshoots, and then we have to kind of get him back to the bed. So the idea is that pressure turns on when you need to go to the bed. Once you are at the bed, pressure turns off. So again, we're at 12. We're just gonna go ahead and look at Rummy. And what I'm gonna do is just put my foot on here just like to brace the command and kind of give me more of like a arm movement to the bed if I need it. But my leash is slack. This is 12. I'm gonna give it a tap, tap, wait a moment, and then tap, tap, tap. Here's gentle guidance, tap, 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 20, tap, 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 25, tap, wait, tap, 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 30, tap, 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 35, tap, 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 40, tap, tap. There. Wait a moment, let him settle. And good boy. That's a good boy, Rummy. Good, and then tap. Wait. Good, wait, let him settle. Good, we're gonna go back down and try 20. Good job. Good. Break. So here, I started tapping. Did not want to move forward. Even when I gave that tension at those first low numbers, did not want to move. So I kept the tension on my arm to the bed, slowly increased, and I got to 40 where it was like, okay, I can't do anything. The leash is pulling me this way. I have to move this way because this is not going away. If anything, it's just getting worse. So as soon as he gives in to the pressure and goes on the bed, pressure turned off. I pet him, good boy. He's like, okay, I think we're done. I'll hop off. Nope, I tap, he comes back to the bed because pressure turns off when he's not on the bed. I didn't tell him break yet. I was gonna get to that. Break means like, you can come off the bed. That's our release word. So nothing out of the ordinary, all that is normal. I'm gonna go back down to 20. And what I'm also gonna start doing is I'm gonna do 4 more, but I'm gonna do one on that side, that side, that side. I'm gonna land back on this side. So I'm gonna go over here. Good, I'm gonna pause here. Keep my feet planted. I don't want to kind of bring him to the bed like this. Trainers, when they teach place, 1 second. When they teach place, they'll be here with the dog, they'll say place, they'll walk the dog all the way to the bed and then bring it to the bed. We like to let the dog do all the work themselves. So if I'm over here and I send him there, he should go there by himself. I shouldn't need to walk him every single time because that walking will become part of the command. Good, so one here, just 20. And tap. Good, we're gonna lower it. 12, tap, tap, wait, good boy. Good job, go even lower. Just 8, good, break. Good job. 3 more, let him settle first. Good, and then tap, 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 wait, tap. Some guidance here, tap. This is still 8, tap, wait. See what he does out of the scratch, tap, good. So that yelping there could have been frustration because he wants to go out that door, tap, 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 good. So I think that scratch moved the collar. This is 11, good, break. So yelping is a signal that we may be too high, but in this sense, it could have been frustration because he's feeling this, he doesn't want to do it, he wants to go out there, so he's conflicted, he's like, I know I need to do this gets uncomfortable, but I want to go out there, so he's being vocal about it. So that's where we could have gotten the vocalization from. I went 8 again, he didn't yelp or didn't really react that much, so I'm at 11. So here, tap, 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 15, tap, 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 20, tap, tap. Yes, good boy, Rummy. That's a good boy. Good, 1 more, break. Center it. I don't want to step on that blanket or move it. Good. So here I'm slowly increasing my distance. Now I'm this far. I don't want him to go on the bed before I tap because I want to make sure that he's going to the bed because of my cue. Good, wait. Good. I don't need him to sit, I don't need him to lay down, just need him to just not move. Here he's not moving. 20, tap. 25, tap. Good, that was 41. Good job. Good, break. So now that's the first part of place, is just a send off. Just go there when it's cued. Now what we're gonna do is work on the second place of place, which is the second part of place, which is the stay there part of I send you there, now stay there. So how we kind of train that is, I'm gonna go ahead and send Rummy. I'll show you. Yeah, if I show you, 31, tap, 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 tap. There he goes. Good. Now he's here. Stay is implied. I don't say place stay. All I'm gonna do is just walk around and keep my leash slack. So here, tap, tap. Good. So let's say I see Rummy about to hop off. Like I know he's gonna hop off for sure. Let him hop off, because if we're stopping him with the leash, we're not letting him make mistakes. We need him to make the mistakes so that we're able to teach him something that when you hop off, you get tapped. But if we're always stopping him when he's hopping off, he never learns that hopping off he'll get him a correction. So I'm just gonna walk around again, and then pause, tap, tap. Good. Continue my circle. Good job. So anytime Rummy, tap, 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 tap. Some guidance here, tap. That's fine. He's got it, good. I'll lower it. So anytime Rummy breaks place as I'm tap, tap. As I'm going in my circle, I pause, tap. Good, let him settle first. Good. I pause first, then tap. So I'll repeat that again, sorry. So if I'm doing my circle, tap. If I'm doing my circle and Rummy hops off, I stop moving, I get him there first, and then I continue moving, because if I continue moving while I'm tapping, he's gonna wanna follow me, because last time he felt this and I was moving, it was heel. So I don't want him to follow me, I want him to go back in the bed. Tap, tap. Good, I'm at 55 now. Tap, tap, tap. Wait. Tap, 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 tap. Good. Wait. Good. So here, I was in and he started barking. So again, he's just vocalizing his frustration because he wants to go to that door. I let him go because I need to kind of fix this, because if I just always stop him, I never fix the issue of him wanting to get out the door. I let him go out the door. I'm at 84 now, and I start tapping until he goes back to the bed. Good. Good, wait. Good job. Tap. That's fine. Good. Tap. Good, wait. Good. Now I'll lower it. The reason why I stuck at 84, tap. Good. Again, I lowered it to 63. I didn't get time to go down to 34. Tap. Tap. Good, wait. Good job, wait. Good. So the reason why I stick at 84 when he hops off, because 84 made him freak out. And he hops off again, 84 again, go back there. So I'm letting him know that I know we reached a high number, but you still need to stay there, stay at the command. There's no excuse. So like sometimes we're working with the dog on place, I hit a high number and they run away. Usually the owners are like, okay, let's lower it first, then let's bring the dog back. You want to stay in that number to let them know and clarify to them that, hey, 84, I know it's high, but you still need to go back to the bed. You still need to do the command I told you to. Good. I'm at 34 now. He has a hard time staying on. Tap, tap, tap. Good. Tap, 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 tap. Good, wait. Good job. Gonna lower it. Try 12. Good. Good. 3 circles in a row, no mistakes. That's first. Good job. So he always wants to move. He's always wanting to get away from this. And since he's getting intense with his flighty behavior right now, he is getting very stressed. The power needs to go higher to override the brain. Once we broke that kind of, I want to run away, and then I can go ahead and dip it down because he's becoming more sensitive to it. Again, I don't say stay or place again, or I'm not even using a word yet. I'm just teaching him, hey, we were told to stay on here. Pressure's turning on when you hop off. Pressure turns off when you're staying here, and that's all. And then you get little pets as well. So it's nothing out of the ordinary, especially from a dog like Rummy, who is very kind of like a little shyer type dog, but can also be like super goofy. But he tends to get flighty a little bit when he's put under stress. So from Rummy, this is all normal. It's just working him through it because these lower numbers I was using, until I got to 84, they weren't working. He was yelping, yes, but because he's frustrated. So we need to override and we need to clarify them and override that flight mode behavior to like, hey, you need to stay here. I have 127 levels on here and I will go high as needed until he retains. So we got to a number, he retained it, and then I went down to 30, and I could tell 30 was too much because it was constant yelping every time he went back there. So then I'm like, okay, we'll lower it to 12 since he is holding it and he's dialed down a lot. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do 4 more send-offs. I'm gonna start adding the word place. So when we add the word place to this command, I'll say place. If he doesn't go, I tap. If he goes there, I've been no tap. So I don't tap and say place at the same time. And I'll say it once to go there. If he hops off, I don't say it again, I just use the remote. With every send-off, when I say place, I'm gonna do 1 circle, come back to the side I sent him, break, and then do another one. So here, break, pull him off, good. Come to the other side, good. Wait a moment here, place, 12, tap, 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 good. I went up to 36, good job, good. My circle, and good boy, good. Break. Wait a moment. Tap. Good. Wait. Place. Tap. 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 62. Good. A little circle here. Break. He's rocking it now. What did I do in here? I did. The next one's here. Place. Tap. Good. This is 53. Good job. Break. Rummy. Yes, good boy. Good job. One more. A little farther this time. Place and tap. 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 Good job. So here, the distance looked like it confused him. I didn't move. I only used a leash to guide him like this if needed, but my feet stayed here. We're gonna go ahead and do 4 more, just to see if we can get that place word, him reacting to the place word. It's normal if he doesn't get it right away. All that's needed is just repetitions. So we can't really, I can keep repeating it, but dogs learn better in smaller and shorter increments. So if I do this for an hour, doing it in 20 minutes, for equaling to an hour is better than just doing it for an hour straight, because then the dog doesn't really retain it that well. He needs breaks to realize what just happened. So that's what Rummy will be needing. So that's why what we do, like in the videos, you'll see us talking like this, and once the dog's on place, we'll talk and give him a break to settle and everything. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is do 4 more. Break. Do it on this side. Place. Tap. Tap. Good boy. Good. So if this happens, where he goes in the bed before I cue it, you don't tap, you'll just go ahead and just pull him off, and we'll do another one right here. Good. Place, tap, 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 tap. Good. Went up to 79 there. Okay. Good job. 2 more. Good. Break. Good. Wait a moment. Okay, and place, tap. Tap, 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 tap. Good. So that one, I know it's not in the cut, but here, the same thing. He's just pulling me that way, and he's not moving. And he's facing the door. So I'm tapping, he's still facing the door. I reached 61, 1 tap, got him to turn around, and then finish it. Less work than last time. Break. So that's what we always want to look for. Is just when's the progress at, or when's the starting, where's it at? There's just 43. Place, tap, tap. Good. Good boy. And 1 more. Break. Good. Place, and no taps. Good. So on this last one, I said place and he went, which is really good. So nothing out of the ordinary with a dog like Rummy. He did really good. He made progress with like the flighty behavior. It's getting easier. All that is needed is just repetitions. So, what was I about to say? So, with new objects, you don't want to repeat this over again. You don't want to say place, because Rummy will only know place in this room with me with this object, this picture. He only knows place. So if I go on the facility, the main area where you saw like the first few videos, you might see him. We might see him regress, or he might not get it right away, but it'll be quicker than what we did today. Definitely quicker. So practicing, what you can do is like 5 to 10 minutes of like the send off of just getting him comfortable with going to the bed. And then the duration part of it, where it's like how long he stays on the bed. I don't know, I have a cough. You can dive right into an hour if you like, or an hour, 2 hours. You don't need to do like 5 minutes on the bed, 10 minutes on the bed, then kind of grow into the hour. You can just do straight an hour. We're gonna do an hour right after this video. When we're practicing at the facility, what we have columns in the floor, and we have like 3 on one side, 3 on the other side, and then at the bottom of each column is a bed tether. So there's like a tether, and then the bed, so like the leash is about like leash long, where we're giving the dog enough leash to hop off the bed fully, get all 4 paws off if they like. So we need to see the mistakes so that we know that they're the ones making the decision to stay in the bed. And because obviously if it's if it's tight like this on the column, it's not giving them the option to move around or anything. So that's kind of like forcing them to stay there. But like physically, we don't want that. We want it with them, mentally, obviously. So that's how we practice here. It's the column and then the bed, so that if I can be on the training floor training on the dog, I see Rummy hop off because I know he's newer, so I have his remote on me. He hops off. I start tapping, he's gonna hit the end of the leash, he has nowhere to go, so that tapping is gonna make him turn around and go back in the bed and pressure turns off. So I don't need to do like the walking back and forth. Let me go fix Rummy, I can come back, because I can just do it from a distance. So that's why we like doing that here. Saves a lot of time. In the home, if you don't have a structure, you can have it set up like this, like what I'm doing. So it just be this exact same thing, foot on leash, I watch a movie, I read a book, I work from home, I bring this setup to the desk. And you want to start close. You can still do an hour, It's just the distances you want to start close, because obviously owners like usually maybe have the bed like in the corner or like in the center of the room, somewhere far away, definitely not near where the owner's at. So it's at first you're gonna do a lot of walking back and forth if you try far away. And you also want to keep, just a heads up, sorry. You always at first want to keep the leash on so that you have some sort of way to help him. Because here, if he did good a few times, but then he went back into like, I want to get away from this. So if I see he's doing good and I take the leash off, I get comfortable, and he tries to run away, then there's no way for me to help him figure it out, right? Because it's too early. So I need to know that I don't really need the leash when I use place in the home. If he's really comfortable with it, then you can take it off. But yeah, start close if you don't have a place where you can tether him, and then work him out to what your goal is. Behaviors on the bed, you can correct. So like whining, chewing on the leash, growling, barking, whatever it is, anything inappropriate you don't like, you can correct that. Just the same number you're at. But what might happen at first is that he might hop off the bed. So if he hops off the bed, you don't stay placed again. You would just actually start tapping until he goes back. Is he going to sleep? You would continue tapping until Rummy goes back to the bed. Again, not using any words. Hi, it's Enrique with Camera Perspective. Today we have Rummy. In this video, we're going to be going over the down command. Down and sit, if we can cover that. So down is your traditional lay down, don't move. The way we teach is a little bit different though. So what we're going to do is we're not going to use any words. We're going to shape the behavior first. Come this way, buddy. I'm going to use my leash, or his leash, and I'm going to step on it and give gentle guidance, pulling him down. And I'm going to pair that tension with the e-collar. We're going to start low. I'm going to start at, this is 30 right here. Yep, we're going to start at 30. We were operating at 35, I think it was. So start low, work our way up. Again, I'm just pulling up on my leash with my foot on the leash. So it's going to be like this. Going to give that slack. The foot will go on the leash, and we're going to be pulling up. So that there's tension here. So I'm going to start tapping to pair that with the e-collar, the tension with the e-collar, and he should lay down. Now the first 2 times are usually going to be the hardest. So things to expect is like resistance and like not wanting to go down, which is completely normal. Once we start to get into the flow of things, it becomes easier. Again, I'm not using any words, I'm just shaping the behavior. 31. So right here, there's tension, so tap, tap, tap. 35, tap, tap. Tap. Wait a moment. Tap. Yeah, good boy. Yeah, good boy. Good, we're gonna do a few more. Break. That was good. I ended up on 35. So we'll start here. So there you saw a little bit of resistance, did not like that. But then once he lay down, it goes away, so tap. And then tap. Yes. Yes, a good boy, Rummy. Good job. Dude, this guy's so fluffy. Break. That was good. We're gonna do 3 more. So the reason why we teach it this way is because if I sit down and he lays down, that's great. But then if he gets up and I want to make him go back down, that becomes difficult tap. Especially when he hasn't learned it through the e-collar. I'm going to go down to 25. Especially when he hasn't learned it through the e-collar. So there's no way to kind of connect the dots to give another tap. 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 Wait. Good job. Again, I don't care how he lays down. So right now he's like on his side. That's fine. I just care about, function. So as long as he lays down when we say down, that's all that we care about. Great. We don't care like the competition, sphinx laying down position. But what I was saying before is that this is more, it's just making this command important, because usually when dogs know down, they think of it as a trick or like a little fun thing. This is more about down, don't move for like an hour, 2 hours. So we're making it important. This is going to be a 23. Here's some tension. Tap. tap.
Yes. Good job. I'm gonna do 2 more actually. Yep. Break.
He's on a heel right now. What's going on? Oh.
Good job. And tap. Tap. We're gonna lower it again. This is 16. Good job. Break. Good. And tap. Yes. Good job. Break.
Good. Tap. Now lower it again. It's 12. Let him finish scratching. Good job. One more. We'll do one more. Break. Tap. Tap. And good boy. Good. So right now it's easier. He still wants to move forward when we start the exercise. He still doesn't really want to do it. So I was doing a few more just to get some repetitions in. But we're going to see how this next step kind of goes. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is start getting rid of the leash and start tapping, be more reliant on the e-collar. So the only thing that is changing is that I'm going to tap first instead of giving that leash tension first. Good job, buddy.
Break.
So here he comes this way. So there's 2 ways to go about it. Or actually, I'm going to try also another way to be teach down. So there's 2 ways to teach down. We don't really go over this way, but I want to show you is that we go by shoulder pressure as well. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to kind of drop that rest of the leash, hold it here with the e-collar in my hand, and then my left hand is going to push down his shoulders. So it's just going in an angle. I don't go straight down. I'm just going in an angle so that's how dogs lay down. So if they're sitting, they can't, if you're pushing straight down on their bones, they can't just like down. You need to put it in an angle and these like to fold into the down. So I'm gonna go ahead and do, so I'm on 12. I'm just gonna give gentle pressure on the shoulders and then a tap, 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 15, tap, 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 20, tap, 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 25, tap, 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 30, tap.
Yes, good job. And do 4 more. Break.
Okay, put him into a sit. Good job. Tap. Tap. Good. Once he starts to go down, the pressure on my hand releases. Break. I'm not pushing him all the way down. I'm just giving him that tension. I'm not pushing that hard either. This is 20. Good. Just touch the shoulders here, and then add pressure now, and then tap. Tap. Go lower it again. 12 again. Good. Break. 3 more.
Good job.
And tap. Okay, go down to 5. Tap. Wait. Good.
Break.
We'll do 1 more. And tap. See if I can tap, tap.
Good job. Good. So there's 2 ways to teach the down. Whichever way you prefer more, it's up to you. The foot on the leash seems to be easiest because then you're not worried about, am I pushing too hard? Or because if you're using too much force on the shoulders, your number needs to increase. So I kept that first time, I had to go to 35, but I kept the same pressure. I didn't start pushing more. I kept the same pressure and I just kept going up, 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 and then he finally went down. Break. So now what we're gonna do, now we're gonna just start using the E-collar. So I'm gonna bring him here, have him to sit, and I'm gonna shorten my leash to about here, just to limit his movement. If he's struggling, I'll drop it, add pressure here, or I can just give my hand leash like this and then add pressure to the shoulders. We'll see what works best. I'm at 5, so I'm gonna give it a tap, 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 7, tap, 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 10, tap, 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 15, tap, 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 20, tap. Yes. Good job. 4 more. Break. And so here, if that happens, I'm just going to pull him up. It's great he's going to go lay down because he knows what's going to happen, but I need to make sure he's going on my cue. This is a 14, tap, 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 tap. Good. There we go. So there, I let the leash go to see if he'll lay down there, but then he kept going, so I started tapping. I'm at 30 right now, and when he came back here, he laid down, so that's good. Break. A few more, letting him know that over there's no answer. Just gotta lay down, buddy. Good. 19. Tap. Tap, 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 tap. Wait. Yes. Good job. I'll scratch it for you. Good job. Break. Was it 3 more? Break. Good boy. Okay, I'm gonna go tap. Beautiful. There we go. There we go. Good. 2 more. Break. 1 more. No, it's 2 more. It's 2 more. I always lose track. Count. 2 more. He's doing good. Tap, 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 tap. Good. 1 more. Break. Pull up here. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start using the word down. So I'm gonna say down. I was gonna do 1 more, but he's starting to get too, what is it? Too stubborn with. Now he wants to lay down all the time. So I'm gonna start using the word down. So I'm gonna say down. If he doesn't lay down, I tap. If he lays down, there have been no taps. If he seems like he's struggling, I can either give hand pressure on the shoulders or step on the leash and pull him down. So here, down, and good boy. Good job. We're gonna do 4 more. Break. Good job, Rummy. Good boy. Down. Tap. Tap. Good boy. Good job. Break. Down means down where I'm telling you to down. We'll get
Start exposing to like my right side, staying down in between my legs, staying down other positions of my body to stay down so that he doesn't come to my left side if he's on my right side to lay down, if I want him to lay down on my right side. That makes sense. So if he's on my left side, if I say down, I want him to down on my left side. If he's on my right side, when I say down, I want him to down on my right side. If he's on my right side, if I say down and he goes to my left side, then we'll try to fix up. Obviously, this is just family pet stuff. So sometimes owners don't really care. They just want your dog to lay down, not move for a certain period of time. Down, tap, tap, tap. So he doesn't have to scratch. Good boy. One more. Break. Two more. Two more, buddy. Okay, so yeah, I like him in the sitting position for now. Don't want to advance it too much right now. Okay. What's up, Rummy? Good job. Down. Tap. Good boy. Break. One more. He's doing really good. Down, tap, 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 tap. Wait. Good. We're doing another one. Break. Land on a good note. Down, tap, 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 tap. There's no tap there. No taps going in, and he figured it out. Yeah, good job. Okay, into a few more, because you did that, buddy. You're doing good. Break. So there he was. You saw on the camera. He was going out with the blanket, so that was increasing the pressure. I went up to like 40, I think. So I'm gonna go back down to 22. Down. Good. So nothing out of the ordinary of Rummy. Everything is expected. He's still a little flighty. All that's needed is exposure and practice. So new commands, you're gonna see this probably in every video of him and having a moment of, I don't know what to do. Let me get away. With him, it's something that I would expect to see, so it's fine. But it's just like working through that. For our walk outside, at first he was kind of a little all over the place and would bolt to certain things, like we were walking, he's fine. And this was just in the beginning. And then he would see something like, he'll bolt through it and then bolt to another thing, and he would overcompensate, it looked like. What else was I supposed to say? But then the whole rest of the walk, that was like the first like 2 minutes. The rest of it was fine. He did really good. We went on Western and everything. No issues. We saw a dog. He was looking behind me. Tap, move forward, and continue walking with me. So other than that, everything was good. This was good. So now the stationary part of down, which is like now don't move when I move around, is similar to like the stay. Where I'm gonna start walking around him like this. And if he gets up, I pause, I start tapping, and if needed, I can put my foot on the leash. That's probably gonna be your easiest one once you start to doing the in motion part of the down. So if he gets up, that's when you'll go ahead and start tapping, step on the leash just to keep him in this area, and then see if he'll figure it out there. We're gonna do like probably 3. Break. Rummy, break. Down. Good. He's not gonna move probably because. Okay, one more. Break. down, and a tap. Good job. So we don't say stay, it stays implied. It's down, down, lay down, don't move. That's how our down works. So now we're gonna go over how to practice. So it's similar to like the stay, like I can bring a chair here, or like you can take him on a walk, find a bench, down, sit, and a foot goes on the leash. I like the foot on the leash because if I'm giving him this much and like a dog walks past and he lunges, he has all that leash. Versus my foot's here, he lunges, he'll just go like boom, real quick, and then I can correct him and he should go back in the down right away. So your foot should be on the leash if you're out in a public area, especially by a sidewalk. In the home, you can have this as well. It just makes life easier. If you're like working from home, you set your desk down, foot on leash, you do your thing, watch a movie, read a book, something stationary for a little bit. But that's how we do it. So sit has already been shaped. Now what I'm gonna do here, so I'm only gonna do it once from the down. See if I can get him standing and everything first after this. But from here, I can say sit. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna cue it, and if he doesn't respond, I'll tap and pull up. Sit, tap. Tap, tap, tap. Good, wait. Good job. Break. Good job, Rummy. Break. Good. So that was good. I didn't really need that much leash tension to kind of bring him up and everything. See if he wants to go smell. Go. What's that tree? Good, so here, sit, tap. Tap, tap, tap. Break. So when you're saying sit, it's just simple as pulling up and tapping. He's gonna, he was already kind of sitting on his own. And now he's probably gonna be just laying down now because that's what we've been practicing. So here he's not sitting, so I'm gonna go ahead. Sit, tap. Wait, good job. Yeah, you're looking at me, good job. Good, break. Come on, Rummy. Good, so here he's standing. Sit, tap, 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 wait. Tap, 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 wait, yep. Tap. Let's see what he does. Pull up, tap. Tap, tap, tap. There, wait, there. Good. Tap, 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 tap. That's fine, wait. There, good. This is like half a sit, I don't care, it's fine. Good, break. So there, we get a little confusion because we've been working on down for the last few minutes, so he's thinking the answer is down. So when that happens, it's just working through that of clarifying. Now, we're not gonna be proofing stuff this week, it's more gonna be like in the next week of his program, but that's a little bit of taste of it, like what we're gonna see, because once we teach something new, we're gonna create a problem somewhere else. So let's say we taught down, he's down, down, down. I go and do a heel, practice heel for a little bit, and now every time I come to stop, he lays down. That's something we're gonna have to kind of correct, but we won't do down commands in that session. Does that make sense? So dogs are very topic based, so if I see they're struggling with the heel and the sits, I'm just gonna focus on that. I'm not gonna focus on something else if he's struggling with this command, and it's just gonna get confusing and messy for him. Other than that, nothing out of the ordinary. Again, sit is simple as point up and tap. Eventually, you say sit, he doesn't sit, you should tap, and then the leash is just there to help him out. But he did really good, nothing out of the ordinary. Good. All right, to make it kind of perspective, today we have Rummy, and on this video we're going to be going over recall. So our setup here is we got a 30-foot long leash. Elias here's going to be helping with handling this with a short leash. So the reason for the tools, a short leash is to create separation. As we keep repeating this command, you're going to find that Rummy is going to kind of get the hang of everything and want to, beat us to the punch. So he's not going to want to go with Elias, because what we need to do is create separation so that we keep repeating this routine. So the short leash is there just to force separation. The long leash is here
obviously to create that distance and you know, make the command happen as well. If we want a long distance recall, we need a long leash to connect to the dog in case there's some sort of confusion or they decide to ditch. So if that happens, we have the long leash connected to, again, force the command to happen if needed. When you're handling the long leash, I'm gonna have my right thumb in the loop like this, with the e-collar like this. So with this setup, I only need my pointer finger and my thumb to use on the remote, which gives me 3 fingers available. My left hand is holding the rest of the leash like this. So what we're gonna be doing in the exercises, we're gonna be reeling in our leash because as Rummy's coming to me, I don't want Rummy to have 30 more feet to pass me. So he's coming, I'm gonna go ahead and reel in like this. So I'm just using my left hand to hold it, and my right hand is just reeling it in. Don't worry about holding the rest of the leash, just let it hit the ground. So again, just like this. And then when you're done reeling it in, so once he's close enough, you're gonna go ahead and lock it like that. Like the finger lock for like what we use in like the heel video, like this. So it's locked here, and it's locked here as well. So we're gonna go ahead and get set up here. Elias is gonna take Rummy to the wall. So again, recall is a come when called command. When I call Rummy, he's to land a foot or 2 in my vicinity in a sitting position. Left, right, front, behind me, doesn't matter. He just needs to be in my circle. So right now, we're not gonna use any words. I'm just gonna first teach the behavior. So right now, my leash is slack. I'm gonna go ahead and start reeling it in. And about right there, I felt tension. So with that tension, I'm pairing it with the e-collar. I'm gonna start tapping. As soon as I see Rummy start to move towards me, I'm gonna take 3 to 4 steps backwards. While reeling in my leash, I'm gonna hold right here and we're gonna see what he does. If Rummy stops in the middle, I continue to move back again. Tap, tap, tap to make him move. If Rummy passes me, I turn, face Rummy, move back, tap, tap, tap to get him to come back. If he passes me again, just turn, tap, tap, tap to get him to continue coming to me. Again, no words, just letting him know that, hey, this feeling now means to come to Enrique from afar. So here my leash is slack. Start reeling it in, about right there. I feel tension, so I'm gonna tap, 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 tap. Yes, good girl. Boy. Good, hold right here, and tap for the jump, and good. Good, we're gonna do 4 more. Break. So there we saw a little resistance. He wanted to get closer to Elias, which is normal because he's the closest answer to Rummy, so he's trying to stay with Elias, but the leash tension isn't going away, and neither is the feeling of stim. Good, reel it in. I feel tension, I'm gonna tap, 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 tap. Good, wait, let me figure this out. Tap, 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 good boy. Good, hold right here. And yes, good job. Break. I ended up having to increase it because I needed to override his frustration with the leash over his one paw. Even though he wasn't even tangled, it was just over one paw, so wouldn't help him either because I want him to get over it because this is similar to, or do 3 more, is a distraction of what happens when a squirrel runs by him. Tap, it's kind of like that same picture. Good tap, good boy. So when we stop and we help him through that, he never learns how to kind of always follow through the command. Tap for the sit. Good boy, yeah. Good, so we always want to work the dog through that and take advantage of those moments. Oh. Break. Oh, I was talking, yeah, sorry. Good, I'm at 19. I gave him a tap there for the jumping. Good. Reel in my leash. Tension, tap, 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 tap. I'm increasing it right now. Tap, 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 tap. Good. Good. Good job. Good. 2 more. Break. Wait. Or 1 more? 2 more. No, it's 1 more. 1 more for Rummy. Okay. And I feel tension. Tap, 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 tap. Good. Oh, that was a good one. Yeah. Good job. Break. That was a good one, just because of how quick he responded to that. What we're also going to do now is we're going to advance it. So right now the leash is there to kind of guide him, and the e-collar is the one making him move. Now we're going to switch it up. So I'm going to tap first, then give leash tension if it's needed, because I want to make sure that he's coming to me because of the e-collar, not the leash. So here, leash is slack. I'm going to give a tap, 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 tap. That's fine. Good boy. Good. Hold right here. Good. And move back. Tap. That's fine. Tap. That's fine. Hold right here. And good. So here that was 87. Good job. Break. 87 was needed for the one before, but here 87, as you saw, made him want to run away when he started moving towards me. So I stay at that number for a few reasons. It's just to clarify to him that I know this is a high power. I know, it could be too much, but you still need to come to me. So that's why I stayed at that number and still went through the exercise. Good. I'm going to lower it down to 18. Good. So no tension. Sorry. And then tap, tap, tap. Leash tension. Tap. Good. Tap. Good boy. Move back. Hold right here. And yes. Good job. Good. Break. 3 more. Okay. Loose, slack leash. And tap, 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 tap. I'm back at 97. Good job. 2 more. Break. What happened? 2 more. Tap. Good. So that one tap got Rummy to come to me. No leash needed. Good job. Yeah. Yeah. Break. Rummy. And that was at 30. Good. Slock. Leash. And tap, 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 tap. Good. Again, no leash. I ended up going to 81. Tap. Good. Good job. Break. And 1 more. Or 2? What? Okay. We'll do one more because let's see how this one looks. And tap. Yeah. So I see. What's the word? He's understanding it. Tap. 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 94. Tap. 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 That's fine. Tap. Hold right here. Tap. Good boy. Good. Break. So there, he's finished and everything, but he wasn't in my vicinity. So then if that happens, I face him, move backwards and tap until he closes the gap. We're gonna go ahead and start adding the phrase rummy come. When we start adding the phrase rummy come, after we give the cue, we're gonna tap right after. So it's gonna be rummy come tap, and even if rummy is coming towards me, when I give the cue, I still give that tap. And then again, everything else remains the same. I continue to tap if he's not moving, and once he starts moving, pressure turns off. I take my 3 to 4 steps backwards, I reel in my leash, but yeah, everything remains the same. So right now, we're gonna keep that slack. Rummy, come, tap, 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 good. Here he comes, hold right here. He passes me, so I turn, face him, move back, and then tap, 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 tap. Here he comes. And tap, 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 tap. Good job. Hold right here. And good boy. It is 4 more times. Good. Break. Oh. Good. Tap. I'm just correcting the jumping. Rummy, come, tap. Yeah, good job. Hold right here. Yes, good boy. Good. 3 more. Break. What? Good. And rummy, come, tap. Yeah, good job. Good boy. Good job. Break. 5, 4, 3. 2 more. Shh. Good. Let him settle for a bit. Oh. Rummy, come. Tap. That's fine. Good. Good. 1 more. Good job. Break. Don't lower it. I'm at 15 now. One more. Good. Rummy, come, tap. Good. And give a tap for the sit. Good job. Thank you. So he did really good at the first time. Need a little warm up, but then after that, he immediately was like, it looked like he figured out, oh, we're doing recall. So once he got that, it was boom, boom, boom. He finished really well and did a good job. So the reason why we say rummy, come, tap, or tap right after the cue is because let's say I said, rummy, come, and he came to me every single time, and I didn't need to tap, that's great, but then if in the future if he's off leash somewhere, and he's smelling, he's doing his own thing, and I say, rummy, come, and he's not coming, that means we have to tap. So what if we're in a scenario where rummy is ignoring us when we say, rummy, come, so I have to tap, so then maybe when I tap, he has already made the decision to come. So he's smelling, he hears it, tap, and movement towards us. He might, sometimes dogs just shut down, they lay down, don't know what to do, or they run and they run the opposite way. So right now what we're doing is we're forcing confusion and we're letting him know that, hey buddy, no matter when I tap, you still need to come to me no matter what. So when you're practicing, you can do this setup here. The only thing is that it's unrealistic. No one calls their dog from a stationary position of not moving, obviously. They need recall when the dog is running away or in some sort of movement. So we'll advance to that. We'll introduce maybe when Kim or Elias, they grab Rummy, and as they're walking away, I'll call them in motion. You don't need another partner to do this. You can if you like, but you can do it by yourself. Long leash only, you don't need the short leash, let him roam around. And then Rummy, come, tap, move backwards, reel in your leash, do all those things. So again, remember to move backwards is a permanent thing. The moving backwards is to kind of draw the dog in, give them something to go to, and it's also to attract them. So if we're just standing here, Rummy, come, it's kind of hard for him to kind of, where do I go? So we start moving backwards, just like we're inviting them into our space. The reeling in your leash is obviously to limit him having 30 more feet of running around. So to practice, what you want to do, or what you don't want to do, is drill it out too many times like we're doing here. So what can happen is, let's say your favorite place is like Oz Park. You always go there, he loves running around there. But then the next time you go there, you do 6 recalls. The next time you go there, 6 recalls. The next time you go there, 10 recalls, and you're drilling these recalls out. Is that sometimes he might be too paranoid about it. So he's not going to want to go out there because he's going to be thinking, you're going to call me anyway, so I'm going to stick right next to you. So you want to do it maybe the first time, do 3 times. The next time, give him a break, let him free roam, do whatever he's wanting. The next time, do 1 in the beginning, 1 at the end, and then you put him in a heel, and then you go home. If you're having trouble with him disengaging, and you want to walk in a way that's not making sense, so like walking backwards away from him, make him walk on your right side, don't make any sense. But what you don't want to do as well is that once he does disengage from you, let him enjoy that moment, let him get used to it, because you don't want to just call him right away just to practice recall, because there needs to be a balance of the training. So you can recall him off. If he likes squirrels or birds, you can recall him off when he sees a squirrel, when he's chasing the squirrel, or if the squirrel goes up a tree, he's barking at it, you can recall him off that as well. The more disengaged Rummy is from you, and then you do the recall, the better the recall will be. What else? The Rummy come tap isn't forever. It's only until you notice that Rummy will come to you no matter what. So it's only for the first few times you're practicing, maybe the first few months or weeks, depending how often you're practicing. Other than that, he did really good. Good job, buddy.